My friends, this is a great time to become a channel member. Every week now I'm posting uncensored videos exclusively for my channel members, along with custom emojis and live streams for members at the arch-villain level where you get to talk to me directly. Please consider supporting this channel by clicking the link in the video description and joining us in our fight to save pop culture. And also, check out our Patreon and Subscribe-Star pages for exclusive content you won't find anywhere else, including Harvey Cthulhu's insane podcasts, photos of my vast toy collection, and members at the Legionnaire level receive a signed photo, membership card, and certificate signed by me. You'll find the Patreon link in the video description as well. Thanks for watching, my friends, and now on to the video. Greetings, my friends. I am Dictor Van Doomcock, the future ruler of Earth, broadcasting from my hidden base at the center of the Earth. And I've said it once, I've said it 100 times, and it will probably be carved on my tombstone. Jar Jar Abrams is a cinematic antichrist. Now, once upon a time, in my naive youth, after I saw the horrifically awful Lost in Space movie, and after watching Batman Forever with its endlessly painful puns, and the Batman and Robin movie with the click your heels together like Dorothy and Wizard of Oz, bat skates, and nipples on the bat suits, I had naively thought that Akiva Goldsman was a cinematic antichrist, but I was misled. No, he was merely the prophet. One far worse than he was coming, and it was none other than JJ Abrams. It was Abrams, after all, who spawned the unholy sinkhole of suck named Bad Robot, which in turn spawned Secret Hideout, along with almost all of the substandard brain-dead evil currently rotting Hollywood from within. Consider, Bad Robot was like an incubator for Tinseltown incubi and succubuses, emphasis on the suck. And these Bad Robot devils spread out through the industry like narrative Ebola, killing franchise after franchise, project after project, spreading wokeness, mystery box bullshit, and just plain awful writing everywhere they went. Think about Lost, Watchmen, Rings of Power, Batman Caped Crusader, every single thing associated with Star Trek, emphasis on the ass, not to mention the late great Star Wars franchise, which also did not survive its brush with Abrams. True, Force Awakens was just a shitty ripoff of the original Star Wars with Rey as Luke Skywalker, a bigger version of the Death Star, a droid with vital information, a wise ancient little creature with a speech impediment. It wasn't as bad as what came later, although what it did was weaken the franchise, leaving it wounded and vulnerable to infestation by parasites like Ruin Johnson, KK, and all the little agenda acolytes, loonies and outrage addicts who took what Jar Jar did and made it 10 times worse. In short, everything Jar Jar Abrams touches, including things that people he has touch, turns to Ebola-laced shit. And with that, my friends, I'm here to tell you about a fresh squirt of Ebola coming your way from Jar Jar Abrams because I'm a nice supervillain, and so I like to warn my friends ahead of time.
Well, Doomcock, maybe he's changed. Maybe he's gonna redeem himself with this one, you know? Surely you believe in redemption, don't you? The possibility of repentance, of growth, of the wisdom that comes with years?
The star of Jar Jar Abrams' movie is Brie Larson.
Never mind. It's screwed. Damn you, cinematic antichrist! I mean, Brie Larson? Really? The woman who starred in The Marvels? The single worst failure in the history of the MCU? Who constantly alienated fans with her smug woke bullshit? Could he have made a worse choice?
Other than Rachel Zegler, probably not Harvey Cthuhlu. Brie Larson is slightly less popular than anal warts with fans these days, so what better way to torpedo a movie than to star Brie Larson in it? The cinematic antichrist is not here to make good movies, but to destroy, defile, and desecrate our pop culture. From what I've heard, Jar Jar's new movie is no exception to this rule. Starring Brie Larson, Abrams' new film is called Failsafe.
As in, it's safe to say it will fail? Remember how Abrams had this, $500 million development deal with Warner Brothers? Whatever came of that deal?
Abrams made a Batman cartoon, and it sucked. To be fair, he tried to make a lot of other shit, but that other shit sucked too, and Zaslav said, no thanks. including apparently a Black Superman movie by Takeshi Tani Coates, whatever the hell his name is. I forget, and I don't even know how to spell it to Google it. But yeah, Jar Jar Abrams has fallen on hard times. So he said, hey, I know what I'll do. I'll drink some Bud Light, buy a Jaguar, and hire Brie Larson. I'm bustin', Jerry, I'm bustin'. Here's a description of Failsafe from the Deadline article. Quote, a modern take on the creature horror film told from the perspective of a young boy who slowly begins to discover that his beloved parents are hiding a disturbing secret about his mother's true nature.
Yeah, and here's the disturbing secret. Timmy, I hate to tell you this, but your mommy is Brie Larson. No, for the love of God, no, not my mommy. No, I was just kidding, Timmy. Your mommy is Rachel Zegler. No, shuck, no, not my mommy, no. Yeah, I was just kidding again. It's Brie. No.
Poor Timmy. Well, sorry about that spoiler, folks. No need to see this movie now. Turns out the disturbing secret is mommy is Brie Larson, who starred in The Marvels, which lost Disney hundreds of millions of dollars, along with countless fans. So don't spend that acting fee, Timmy. It's gonna have to last you a long, long time. Anyway, for those of you still curious about Failsafe, according to producer and cinematic antichrist Jar Jar Abrams, quote, with Failsafe, Brian Duffield has written an absolute powerhouse of a script. It's a horror film that is as sweet and moving as it is terrifying. To have J.T. Molnar in the director's chair, his strange darling blew me away.
Well, maybe he should get rid of his strange darling if she's blowing him.
Well, he meant the movie. I think the movie is called Strange Darling, not a literal strange darling.
My bad. Continue, Doomcock.
To pick up the quote, to have J.T. Molnar in the director's chair, his strange darling blew me away, is a dream come true. Finally, having the limitlessly talented Brie Larson as our star sets up Failsafe to be that rare horror film that makes you laugh, feel, and care before taking you on an absolutely wild ride, unquote.
A wild ride to financial ruin, I'd wager. It's kind of like, hey man, guess what? Old man Nichols drove his car straight into a brick wall and it blew him up. Then a big brick fell and hit him in the head. Well, the car crashes Jar Jar Abrams, and the brick putting an extra dent in old man Nichols' severed head is Brie Larson. It's just insult to injury, dude, having both of them involved. You told me all I needed to know with Jar Jar.
And yet, just to wrap up, Failsafe producer Drew Simon said in his Deadline interview, I'm beyond excited to see Brie take on this role. It's frightening, emotionally charged, and so different from anything she's done before. The depth and intensity this character demands is immense, and I know Brie's going to bring something unforgettable to the screen. Unquote.
Well, I'm sure they're never going to forget what Brie brought to the screen in The Marvels, by gum. No, that was pretty much unforgettable to Bob and to Disney investors.
So anyway, those of you hungry for more Jar Jar Abrams and Brie Larson have something to look forward to. Christmas came early for those of you this year. Although, to be honest, if there are any of you out there like that, I advise you to seek help as soon as you can. From the center of the earth, this is Dictor Van Doomcock bidding you all, my friends, stay angry. Ha 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 ha